Hi, this is Trevor.
And this is Paul.
And you are listening to the May Contain Action podcast.
Available on Apple, Spotify, and more. So you want me to handle this one, Trev?
I'll do the first part and you do the second part. How's that?
All right, perfect. Love that.
Cool. So before we get into the kind of the guest specific, we do a question specifically for you. But before we do that, I want to touch on the coronavirus stuff because I think it's just important to hit on it and say you stay in your house. And I think everyone gets that at this point, but seriously, stay in your house. But if you want to continue to support, like, you know, local businesses and all the restaurants and things that are getting closed up and having to reduce the number of people that are working there and all that kind of stuff, I just want to give a couple ideas for people to kind of, you can make a difference in it, and it does help. And it's something that I'm going to try to do more too, because we just don't know when this is going to be over and things are going to get back to normal. So a couple tips, you know, order in. I know that Uber Eats and at least here, Postmates and Uber Eats are both free delivery at the moment because they don't want you in the restaurants at all. So there's a lot of people out there that are like hopping on those things and becoming delivery people and to make some extra money so you can help them out as well as help out the local restaurants. And a thing I thought about doing is just kind of shouting out when you order something that's near you, something that you like, a restaurant, like this place is good, you should try it, and maybe give them a little bit of love. You can support a stream because, as we know, there's just billions of people streaming. So at the moment, so like you pop into a small stream, guys are like people are, you know, getting laid off, not laid off, but, you know, said to go home and they don't really have anything else going on or whatever. Or even just the people that you already, the streams you're always in. If there was ever a time to like become a sub, or if you can spare $5, that is, or donate or like just be in the chat all the time, if you're going to be around, it's a great time to support them. And I would also just so you don't go crazy. I said this on stream the other day, and I thought it was important to repeat. I thought it would be good to do here. Use this time that you have when you can't do what you normally do, that usually takes all your time, to do something that you wouldn't be able to do otherwise, and that you enjoy. I got Tommy John surgery on my elbow. That's when I built my stream. If you want to stream, if you want to create content, if you want to, you know, whatever it is, if you want to learn to paint, if you want to learn to play an instrument, if you want to learn to whatever, now is the time. Now is the time. Build a shelf. You know, you got boxes sitting in the corner that need unpacked, and pack them. Crush it and just like make that what you do. Those are the things I just wanted to touch on. I thought it would be a good time to do it in the podcast, and just why it's in front of everyone's mind when we're in here. What is it, day 5 of most people's quarantines or just social distancing? Just, you know, take advantage of it. Silver linings. There's silver linings all the time.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Love that. Thanks, Trev. Appreciate it.
No problem.
You're very important. But yeah, seriously, stay inside. Okay.
But yeah, don't go anywhere.
Please don't go to big gatherings. Okay. So Lanch.
Yes,
baby.
sir. Lanch. I like
Lanch. I just really love that name.
Lanch.
Considering calling my son Lanch. Lanch. What's the, I guess you could say, what's the coolest interaction that you've had on socials, or in person, right? Because you've revealed your face at this point. Like meeting someone, getting a follow. What was like a really cool moment that you've had, usually through social media or even through this whole experience? Like you kind of had, like Trevor said, a very meteoric rise. Can you think of something that was super cool, super fun that you got to do in even the past 2 years, I guess, since 2018?
Yeah, there's definitely one big moment that was like very unique. So back in like 2013, as a joke, keep in mind, this was a joke. 2013, 2014, little like 16-year-old me being a little asshole on Twitter, running around calling people names, all this and that. And then I tweeted Fwiz. I said, please, can you please fly me out for my 21st birthday to like, just to come like, or I forgot what I said. It was like, can you fly me out to wherever you are for your 21st birthday, or for my 21st birthday? Hang on. He said, for sure. Like 100%. And this is when I'm 16. So I was like, ha ha ha, like Fwiz is gonna fly me out. Ooh, like whoop-de-doo.
Yeah.
Fast forward 5 years, my 21st birthday is coming up. I get a DM from Fwiz like 2 months, 1 month prior. He's like, so like, is this actually happening? It's because people went back and started digging up the old tweet. They're like, wait a second, like, isn't this coming up? And Fwiz, he was like,
No
I'm a man of my
way.
word. I'm a man of my word. We're going to fly you out to Los Angeles. And Matt, this was before like 100 Thieves and everything. This was when I was just solely like just a fan of esports gaming. Like I'm just sitting there with my account, streaming for fun. Fwiz, Courage, and then Nade Shot flew me out to just come hang out with them for my birthday. We went to Notch's house, the creator of Minecraft, his like expensive Beverly Hills mansion at the top of the hills. The tours
I heard
on
about
YouTube.
this.
That is the most ridiculous house I've ever stepped foot into in my entire life. It was insane.
Jeez.
Got to meet Ninja, Tim, all of them, all the guys, Nick Merckx, Matt, J-Cap, Mud Dog. Yeah. And that was for 3 days. A little kid from Richmond, Virginia. I'd never been to the West Coast. They flew me all the way to Los Angeles. It was very, very overwhelming. I actually distinctly remember sitting at the table when we were getting drinks. There was a moment I stood up and I just went to the bathroom because like my mind I told Jack too. You can ask Courage. I told him, I was like, I just need to go to the bathroom or something.
I need a minute.
I literally just went to the bathroom and just stood there for like a minute, just like what is happening right now? I could not like it was
That's
too
so
much
sick.
information to go into my head at that time. I couldn't fathom like where I was. It was the most like surreal thing ever. Because I'm a fan of these guys. Like I watch all these guys on stream. Any other fan, any other viewer would be freaking out. That was so cool. And then also another one. I have 2 tied.
Oh,
Frosty
tied.
and I.
Okay.
Well, not tied. This one's definitely second. This was pretty cool though. Frosty and I were playing a scary game at the compound, and Mr. Beast just randomly walked in.
So
to the
I was
background.
in that stream.
I was so confused.
I just gifted you guys subs. I remember.
You were in the stream.
Yeah, you were like, dude, that's dope. Thank you. And then like in the middle of like, thank you, you turn around and he's there. You're like,
You just turn around and it's Mr. Beast just sitting directly behind Frost. And I was like, hey, Chad, it's Mr. Beast. I didn't really know what to say. Like, it was unexpected. I'm on edge. We're playing a scary game, and Mr. Beast walks in the room. So that was
seriously,
surreal.
no.
That was
Look at the clip, guys. They literally were just silent.
Yeah. I couldn't formulate words. I'll fan.
Avalanche went silent.
if
and
I'm
then
a fan
Frosty
of
was like,
someone-
whoa.
If I'm a fan of someone, I'm probably gonna fanboy over. That's just how I am.
Oh, that was so cool. And he was like, wow, I wish my girlfriend was this happy to see me ever.
Oh, I heard about yeah.
And he's just an awesome dude, isn't he?
No, yeah, he was a cool.
Was he
that was
nice in
another. That
person?
was brief. That was like 5 seconds. Shook his hand.
Oh, okay.
I don't really know what he's like as a person, but he seems like a nice guy.
Yeah,
Got a
he's
great
just-
YouTube channel, that's for sure.
He does.
Sure does. He sure does.
I'm gonna be honest. I watch it.
Hey,
A lot.
a
And I'm
lot.
stealing-
Yes.
Stealing some of the ideas. Tell him though. I'm gonna give him all the credit in the world.
Yeah.
Who said that?
It hasn't happened yet because of the coronavirus, but it will later.
We should probably stop coughing then.
Yeah, I don't know why we're doing that. That's really awkward. Whatever. We're alone and our just sanitize your mic. It's fine.
Because sanitize your mic, totally fine.
Yeah. Just Lysol. Fine.
That's
Fine.
incredible.
Dude, that's crazy. I didn't know at all about the Fwiz thing. Like I'd
The
never
Fwiz
even
thing,
heard
yeah.
that.
This
So-
thing is nuts.
Let me see if I can find.
I should just tweet The Rock and be like, "Hey, bro, 40th birthday, you got me."
No, that goes back to what I was saying about Twitter though. Say I never said as a joke, like, hey, Fwiz, fly me out, like, ha ha ha. Like, I'd just be tweeting stuff like that left and right, just being here, there. I'd always just try to interact with all the people that I like to follow back in the day. And I guess it paid
awesome.
off in the long run. But
Yeah,
You know what?
It's been
Awesome.
You know what I think we should do, Paul? I need to know yours. Do you have one? Do you have like
Like
a
what?
event, like someone following you, or
Oh, yes. I want to hear it.
yeah?
Oh.
Do you have like a like oh my god, someone I knows who I am that I didn't think knew who I was, or like DM'd you, or you saw at an event, or like DJ, like music, whatever. You got any of those?
Wow. I didn't really prepare for this.
I mean, because I got one. If you want me to do it, what you think?
Yeah, you do yours.
Yeah. So this actually happened. This was just a cool, like a really, really cool thing that I didn't know about. This was like yesterday. This happened yesterday. So you guys know the DJ Jaws, right? J-U-Z.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I know him.
So-
Yeah.
So Jaws ever since his he had that track, I think it was 2016, 2017, just blow up.
Mhm.
And I'm blanking on the name of it, of course, 'cause I'm terrible at remembering that stuff. But I've been a big fan of his music for like a long time. Kind of like Dylan Francis, I liked since like 2011. So meeting him, like playing with him, Fortnite, was like I was fanboyed. I was silent, like I couldn't talk because I was like, oh my god.
Like the formulate words.
But like I followed him since the moment he made his first track, and I felt anyway. Jaws same way. So like I'm like, and it was my type of stuff. It's like kind of bassy, and I love EDM and always have. And
I love
DJ'd.
this is the best thing I've ever heard you say.
So a lot of people know that I'm Hey
after
Beef the
this.
DJ, right? But so Jaws is Bite This on Twitch, and he produces music, and he uses the same program I use to make music when I kind of quit doing it in 2015 when I started getting on Twitch. But so I was like, I popped in the stream, and he was on the front page yesterday, so he had like 12,000 viewers, and I was like, yo, I wish that I had this like 5 years ago, because I just wanted to like learn. And he was like, yo, I love baseball, so here's the deal: teach me how to play the show, and I'll teach you how to use
Ooh,
I'll teach you how to use Ableton like better. And I was like, bro, that's the coolest thing I've ever heard. And I realized maybe a week ago that he followed me on Twitter. I didn't even know he followed me on Twitter.
That's sick. What?
So I was like, oh,
dope.
he already knows. He's checked in the stream before, and like he loves baseball. And so, you know, if you're listening, Josh, that was super cool, and I was super excited about it. And I remember I was like sitting there, I was like, babe, and I told my wife all about it like immediately. We were just sitting there on the couch. But that was a super cool, like, yo, I loved music.
Yeah.
I tried to get into it.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't really take off. Like, it did a little bit. I got some I met some DJs and cool stuff, and then I got into Twitch. And now Twitch is like all coming around from video games. Like, he loves video games. He also streams on Twitch and does music, and I like all those things too. And now we're connecting. It's just it's crazy how that happened. It was just a cool story. And you know, this isn't going to be my. I actually no, I did this 2 episodes ago. I said Bite This was my recommendation for my the Twitch stream, the DJ. That's him. Bite This on Twitch. So it's not gonna be this week. I got different people for this week, but yeah,
Of course,
it was dope. You got one, Paul? Was that one?
Frick. Yeah, I can think of a couple moments. So I don't know. I think I have to really sit down and think about it for a while, you know, without you rambling on, to really kind of hone in on the one that means the most to me. But a couple came to mind that I can think of. Some really cool moments. One was a pretty dope moment where we did the roast, and after that, and I'm of course, well, anyway, we did the roast, and people coming up to us like all the time, whatever. After that roast, well, we were all of a sudden like big deals or whatever. And I remember talking to a former Philadelphia Eagle, and he was like, "Hey, I'm a huge Eagles fan," and he was like, "Hey, man, you ever want to, I'll get you to an Eagles game. We can go to the box. I'll even give you a tour of the stadium. We can he was like, we can go up to the sniper's nests on the top of the stadium and like to get a whole tour of the stadium and then go for a game." And I was like, okay.
That was Hank, right?
Yeah, that was Hank Basket.
Yeah.
And I never took him up on it because I was too nervous.
What?
I was too nervous. I was like, I don't want to be that guy that like calls it in like, "Hey, Hank, remember that one time?" And I never did.
I'm trying to see the snipers nest.
I'm trying to see, like, I've never been to Lincoln Financial Stadium, so like that would be really big. And I don't know. I got too nervous. My wife is like, you just should have asked him. And I'm like, now it's been too long. Now it's be weird. But anyway, that was like a really surreal moment for someone to like invite me to that.
That's ridiculous.
So that was really that. And then also another moment that was just kind of surreal. I remember literally I could third person see myself, and that doesn't sound like that big of a deal, but it was kind of a big deal to me. Right after the roast and all that stuff happened, I get a sponsored stream, and it was for Miller Lite, and I was like, "Oh, that's so freaking cool!" Like an actual brand, not like an actual brand, but like a home name brand wants to sponsor me. And I remember they sent me a mini fridge. They sent me like a ton of beer. They sent me a bunch of posters, like just all this swag. I remember holding it and being like, "Honey, Miller Lite is sponsoring me right now."
That's sick.
Like, I was like, a beer company is sponsoring me. And I like kind of like had this weird, it was like this moment where I was like, holy frick, like this is real.
We made it.
Come on, camera.
We did it.
Ma, we made it. Yeah. And then I went to my normal job the next day. But anyway, it was super cool.
Let's go.
So yeah, those are 2 moments I can think of in particular that were really cool for me. In particular.
You also met Terry Crews too. I thought you were going to go there,
Wait,
but
what?
Dude, I know.
Hey,
It's
how
so
are you gonna
many.
skim by that? That's a legend.
Bro.
Everybody Hates Chris is one of my favorite shows of all time.
Oh my
love
gosh.
that
I met
show.
Terry Crews. I felt his abs unintentionally. They're rock solid, by the way. Rock hard. Yeah. We missed a handshake. We like went in for a dab, and I thought it was a dab, and he thought it was a handshake, and we missed. And then my hand got pressed up against his stomach, and I was like, "Nice." And then it doesn't matter. Anyway, I met Terry Crews. He's the nicest guy in the world.
yeah, I'm
He's
super
nice
jealous of
guy.
that to this day.
Terry Crews, he's like a giant too. He doesn't like seem like he's that big, but you see him in
So just
person, and it's like,
How
this
tall
guy
is he?
a horse. He's like, I don't know, he's like 6'3", maybe
Yeah, he's like 6'3", 6'4".
6'3", 6'4", and he's just
60.
ripped out of his mind. Yeah.
He's just a monster.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, there's so many cool moments. It's been kind of a whirlwind, honestly, the past 2 years, as I'm sure Lanch here can
I
attest.
cannot. Yeah, it's been